It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
On 2.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
11. 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow, and he'll spot Higgins open left side. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said.
Here we go.
First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Bengals had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run. Sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Slot man moves right. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 10 yards there and a Bengal first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11. Hey, can.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, MT, hey.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Boston Scott. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
11, 11, 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
11, Thomas.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Ready?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, in an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, but you take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. On the return is Scott. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Running left, it's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. From 17 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here we go.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Miller in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Going up top for Miller. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field. It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll give it to Chubb. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line. And they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far. And that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, I think everyone who's watching is certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, won't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would pick.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They're going to try and throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. First down. Here's Burrow. And this one caught by Max Williams. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Here we go. 11.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Burrow will throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand. And the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Mixon running wide side. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Here we go. 11.
Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On 1, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Here's Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here now, Johnny Townsend. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Pass complete to Chubb. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Now Jones. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw is Jones. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Jones. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Jones. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. Here's Jones. And he's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Here's Chubb to try to run it in, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Take it in at the 3.
Gun. Stop.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
against a division rival and get the victory. So this one feels a little extra special. It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too. So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.